Hey guys, it's Tana and welcome back to my channel and another video for the Not Too Shabby shop. Today we're going to use the Honeybee XOXO stamp set and the HoneyCuts. So here I'm just going to show you real quick a couple different ways that you can put these layered XOs together. You also see off to the side there the MFT Love is in the Air stencil. And we're going to make a couple Valentine's cards, 3. So I'm just going to spray this stencil with some pixie spray and set it aside for a second. And I'm using some removable double-sided adhesive to just keep my Bristol paper down on my glass media mat. Now, I am going to show you, I decided to go with this first color with my Tim Holtz blending bristle brush, just to give it a try. I have a friend who loves this way of ink blending and loves the way that she can apply the layers of color until she gets it to look the way she wants. I personally am a let's get blended and get it over with type of person. I do not enjoy these brushes. I keep trying to use them, but I can't get the blending that I prefer. So for the next panel, I just set it aside. But I'm using the 3 different colors here of Catherine Pooler inks. Be Mine, and then Flirty Fuchsia, and then Grape Crush. And I just moved my stencil around to cover the areas of the panel that I wanted covered. And ignore my voice. I have determined that I live in the wrong state and the wrong type of weather. And I'm probably just going to be sick until I move or winter's over. So now we're going to use some picked raspberry, and this is the Hearts Duo Scent stencil set by Neat and Tangled. And then I'm going to go over it with that same Love is in the Air stencil and Wilted Violet Distress Oxide, but we just skipped that blending. And this is a heart, like a scalloped edged heart die from scrapbook.com. This is the largest one that comes in the set, so I cut that out of that panel. That panel didn't turn out the way I thought it would turn out, so I decided to cut it down, just cut a heart out of it, went around the edge with some picked raspberry, and honestly, all 3 of these cards were different than I originally saw in my head, but I like the way they turned out. Now we're going to blend the panel with some Seedless Preserves and some Wilted Violet in the middle, and I'm just going to blend that back and forth until I get the look I want. And I went back to my brushes, my ink, well, I call them ink brushes, but they're makeup brushes from Amazon. Need a breath here. I feel like I'm losing my voice again. And you're going to see well, you might not see it, but you're going to know what's going on. A little blooper coming up here. So this is some Tattered Angels pink spray. See me checking the nozzle. There you go. Bam. I turned that thing around to look at what was wrong because it was not spraying. And I must have pushed down on that nozzle like 4 times. I did not push down on that nozzle when I turned it around to look at it. And it squirted straight on in my face. So yeah, I got some pink spray all over my face, my arms, my hands, the glass media mat. I finally got it to work, sprayed my panel, and heat set that with my heat gun. And I knew how I wanted my heart sequins to look. So I put down 2 pieces of purple tape and just kind of laid my sequins in there. And then I glued them down with some crystal glaze, Nouveau Crystal Glaze. When I lifted the tape, I did have to put a little bit of sequins here and there just to keep the 2 edges straight. And now I'm going to glue my X's and O's together and put them on their purple shadow. And that's 3 layers of glittered cardstock. A purple from AC Moore, pink that came in a Simon Says stamp kit way back when, and Lawn Fawn's Pixie Dust cardstock. Now I'm going to take the HoneyCuts for the little words that come in the XO stamp set. I did not cut it apart because there's a lot of tiny dies there, especially the equal sign. So I just lined up all the stamps into their dies and that's how I stamped them out. And I stamped this out with kind of an ombre look with Simon Says Stamps Hybrid Inks, Watermelon, Hollyhock, and Wisteria. These all came in kits that I've gotten over the past few years. And I stamped it twice to make sure that there was a good coverage. And then we're just going to line that die back up over all those words and cut those out really quick. And we'll move on to our next part. I feel like you guys can hear my struggle and my breathing, and I apologize for that. But there's really no way to do this video without talking. So now I'm taking a piece of black 100-pound cardstock. I really don't remember what kind it is. Usually what's in my stash is either Lawn Fawn, black licorice, or the black that Joanne Fabrics carries. So I lined up those same words that we just used, the ones we die cut, except this time I placed them on my panel after using the anti-static pouch on it. And I did the first set in Ranger gold embossing powder, and then the second set is in like a light purple embossing powder. I think it's called Zing. It's one of the brands that Hobby Lobby carries, and AC Moore. So we're going to do that a second time, and we're going to do those in the light purple. And then after that's done, I take the little heart that came with the words, and I stamp that like here and there along the panel. And then I use this pink Prisma glitter embossing powder that came in a Hero Arts kit last year. Now I'm taking a skinny strip of tonic black velvet or black satin mirrored cardstock. It's satin effect. It's not full-on mirror cardstock. I measured that to go across that ink blended panel there. Put some double-sided adhesive on that, and we're just going to put that, make sure it's straight. I'm using the lines on the media mat to make sure that that's straight across the panel. And excuse my head here. I've noticed ever since I moved my desk and I'm kind of working on the opposite side from where I was before that my camera setup shows more of my head more often. I'm trying to keep it out of there, but it's going to take some practice. Now I'm putting some foam tape on the back of the XO, and that's just from the Dollar Tree. Line that up over the black strip. And now I'm going to take one of those words that we did the ombre effect on, Hugs and Kisses, and I put that right underneath. Now I'm going to take a piece of craft foam. It's got adhesive on one side. So the side that doesn't have adhesive, I'm using art glitter glue on, and I'm gluing that to the back of the black panel. And I'm going to use my trusty iron there, heavy iron, to keep that in place while it dries. And we're going to move back to the heart sequin card. Now that has 3 sets of words on it. You and me equals love you. And then down on the bottom it says forever. And I just glued those straight flat to the panel with Nuvo Deluxe adhesive because that seems to dry fairly quick. And that card, I don't know if you can see it, but it really shines with that. I think it's called Wedding Pink Tattered Angels spray. And I don't get to use that often because I don't use the colors often, but it really is a pretty spray. Now we're going to take that panel, that black panel, and put it on a white card base. And this XO I cut out for another card and didn't end up using it. So it's gold mirrored cardstock, but it came from Christmas packaging. And I took a little heart frame from the MFT heart frames, the dynamic set, and I hooked that around the first X. And now I'm going to glue all of that down to the scalloped heart. And we're going to put some foam tape, skinny foam tape off of Amazon on the back of that heart. I didn't want it sticking up too much because it's already got the fun foam on the back of the card panel. After we get that tape on there, we're going to stick it to the middle, more like the middle of the card panel. And then we're going to use another one of those words. So it says XOXO, and then it says Be Mine. And the Be Mine is just glued once again with the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive flat to the card. And the solid heart that goes with that little heart frame is glued down next to that heart frame. So here's a look at all those cards, and there's some pictures here afterwards. Thank you for joining me. And Jamie carries those HoneyCuts and the XO stamp set in her shop. She had the Love is in the Air stencil. I don't know if that's still available, but I will have everything listed for you down below in case you're interested, along with a coupon code. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, we will be doing February's giveaway, but it is a surprise. So leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite part of my videos is, and I will pick a winner in 1 week from the comments below, and I'll have all the giveaway rules in the description box. Bye bye for now, guys.